Star attraction Cristiano Ronaldo plays his part as Al Nassr edge past Esteghlal in Dubai. Portuguese legend helps create Laporte's winner as Saudi side claim victory in AFC Champions League tie. The hottest ticket in town took a while to get warm, but Cristiano Ronaldo eventually gave the masses what they wanted as he helped Al Nassr to victory in Dubai. In the 82nd minute of Tuesday night's AFC Champions League elite game against Esteghlal at the home ground of Shabab Al Ahly, near Dubai International Airport, Ronaldo rose to meet a corner. The Portuguese great turns 40 before the season is out, but many of the old trademark gifts still remain. His aerial ability and eye for goal are clearly intact. His angled header towards the top corner was met by a fine save by Hossein Hassini, the Iranian side's captain goalkeeper. As Ronaldo wheeled away in frustration at the fact he had been thwarted again by a stubborn Esteghlal side, Laporte nipped in at the back post to head in. The goal by the Spanish former Manchester City defender was all the Saudi Pro League giants needed to take all 3 points home with them courtesy of a 1-0 win. It was a 7th match in a row Nassr have won since Stefano Pioli was appointed as their manager after a draw in the Champions League cost his predecessor, Luis Castro, his job. The all-star side from Riyadh were deserving victors too, even if they labored to it. The biggest star of the lot played the full 90 minutes and did his best to entertain those who had turned out to see him, most of whom had paid a pretty price for the privilege. Even the very cheapest tickets, which were snapped up in double-quick time, worth 90. That was 3 times the price of the standard rate of admission for the Champions League game in Al Ain 24 hours earlier. That game between Asian champions Al Ain and Saudi champs Al Hilal had a fair sprinkling of stardust, too, with the likes of Neymar, Joao Cancelo and Soufiane Rahimi all involved. With tickets so fairly priced, the majority at 30, it sold to its 24,000 capacity well in advance of matchday. Despite the fact Rashid Stadium only holds 12,000, there were still tickets for sale online on the day, albeit for 5,000. The official attendance figure was announced near the end of the game as a neatly rounded 8,000. With Esteghlal having had to give up hosting rights because of security concerns over the conflict involving Israel, it was essentially a neutral fixture. As a result, there was no obvious partisan home backing, and the atmosphere had the feel of a testimonial fixture. The side from Tehran did have some home comforts of sorts. Dubai and Sharjah have staged a number of games involving Iranian teams in the past, so they know this neck of the woods, and they do have locally based supporters. On the corner of the ground nearest the metro station, an entrepreneur was peddling iron flags ahead of kickoff, perhaps left over from when Team Melli played at this venue against Qatar last week. That said, it was clear who the majority were here to see. The most popular shirt on show was the vivid yellow of Al Nassr, the majority with a No 7 and Ronaldo printed on the back. And to say the majority were here to see the Portuguese superstar does not necessarily equate to supporting him. When the teams were lining up before kickoff, there were chants of Messi, Messi, emanating from the stands, a theme that recurred whenever Ronaldo misplaced a pass, or fired a shot wide or squabbled with teammates. It grew legs. In the second half, when Ronaldo showed his frustrations at the referee with some pantomime gesticulations, the name of his Argentine nemesis pealed around the stands more loudly than at any other point. Clearly, there was a large portion of fans wanting to pump Ronaldo up too. They responded to the Messi chants by singing Ronaldo's name and bowing to him. For the most part, though, it was fairly quiet. The eerie atmosphere was exacerbated when Mehrdad Mohammadi suffered serious injury early on. The Esteghlal winger went in full-blooded for a 50-50 with Laporte, and both reeled away in pain. While Nassr's Spanish defender recovered after treatment, Mohammadi was not so lucky. He was stretchered off in some distress before being transferred to an ambulance. As he was being loaded into the golf buggy by the paramedics, Ronaldo grabbed Mohammadi's hand and wished him well. The tone was muted for much of the game thereafter, but at least Ronaldo gave the majority something to cheer in the end.